Everyone, Brickhouse here, and Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines testified yesterday in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Not sure why she'd be in front of the Judiciary Committee, but anyway, she spent the day testifying. Testify. Riley Gaines says some violated swimmers undressed in the janitor's closet to avoid Leah Thomas. So, former All-American college swimmer Riley Gaines told the Senate Judiciary Committee Wednesday that some swimmers felt so uncomfortable and violated by transgender swimmer Leah Thomas that they undressed in the janitor's closet during a tournament last year. Now, Riley's been fighting on behalf of women's sports for, well, ever since Leah Thomas decided that he couldn't beat men, so he needed to swim against women. Gaines, an outspoken proponent of reserving women's sports for biological females, as anybody with any common sense would agree with. Described the locker room dynamics of the 2022 NCAA championships during an exchange with Senator Mike Lee at a hearing on defending the civil rights of LGBTQ plus Americans. I'm not even going to get into that. The former University of Kentucky swimmer told Lee that the NCAA did nothing at the 2022 tournament to accommodate her and other female swimmers who felt uncomfortable sharing an open locker room with Thomas, who swam for the University of Pennsylvania as a male from 2017 to 2020. Gaines testified that none of her fellow swimmers consented to sharing a locker room with Thomas, whom she described as a 6'4", 22-year-old male equipped with and exposing male genitalia. For YouTube, that's straight from the article. There was even a group of girls who undressed in the janitor's closet. They changed clothes in the janitor's closet because they felt more comfortable undressing in that environment, and they did undressing next to someone with male gaze. Gaines told the committee. They were doing it because they were violated, Gaines added. The former swimmer clarified to the Senate panel that she isn't advocating for an outright ban on transgender athletes, and nobody is saying that there should be a ban on transgender athletes, but rather she wants everyone to compete where it's fair and it's safe. I don't believe trans athletes should be banned from sports. She said that's the rhetoric that's being pushed from the opposition. Of course, because the opposition goes directly to the extreme. Even if you're transgender, and you're a guy that identifies as a woman, but you're biologically a guy, you should be competing against men. Just like if you're a woman who's biologically a woman, but identifies as a man, you should be competing against women. It's all about biology, people. I just want everyone to compete where it's fair and it's safe. I don't understand how that's overly controversial. During the hearing, Gaines also rebuked Human Rights Campaign President Kelly Robinson, and I'll get more for her in a minute, for claiming that male competitors wouldn't stand a chance against tennis legend Serena Williams. There's been this news article about men that think they can beat Serena Williams in tennis, Robinson said, and it's just not the case. She's stronger than them. After the comment, Gaines noted that both Serena and Venus Williams lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player. Gaines was alluding to the 1998 Battle of the Sexes match between the Williams sisters and Karsten Brosch, who challenged to beat the tennis phenoms after they claimed they could defeat any male player ranked outside the world's top 200. Now, this is what's funny. Why not go up against a male within the top 200? Why did you pick outside the top 200? Just saying. Now, as for Miss Robinson, she was asked 5 times by Senator Ted Cruz if there's a difference between men and women. And every time Ted Cruz would ask, she wouldn't answer. Her first answer was, I mean, what I can say here is the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade. And when this competition, the rules were clear. And Ted Cruz says, I'm going to ask again, do you believe there's a difference between women and men? It's a yes and no question. I think we're talking about this case with the NCAA. No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between men and women? That's the third time Senator Cruz has asked her. No, I'm at, oh, absolutely. I'm just putting into the context of the conversation that we're having. Is that a yes? I think there are definitions related to sex, but I also think that I'm just trying to get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech. Is there a difference between men and women? I think there are definitions for biological sex, which is different from gender. What? Biological sex is not different from gender. It's not. It's just not. So she didn't have an answer for Ted Cruz. And to her and others like her, it's complicated to say there's a difference between two genders. So Riley Gaines is the crazy one. Her stance that protecting women's sports from biological men is controversial, but yet it's not controversial to answer a simple question. Is there a difference between men and women? So comment down below, share your opinion. What do you think? Do you think Riley Gaines is just being just too controversial? Or do you think she's spot on? And while you're at it, please like the video, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notified when my videos go live. And with that, I thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you later.